I am Kelly Acheson coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. It is an incredibly beautiful day out today. It is not too hot. It is not too humid. Perfect summer day. I see I have a whole bunch of you jumping in here. Good morning, Bonnie and Cheryl. This is the second live for the catalog kickoff. Dina had hers last week. Mine is right now, obviously. Let's see, when is Barb's scheduled? Barb is catalog kickoff on the 18th, which is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So I have a fabulous lineup of cards for you today. I had so much fun creating with all of these holiday mini catalog products. Just incredible. So I'm going to do 5 or 6 cards for you today. 3 of them I'm going to identify as make and take projects. So they're going to be part of the make and take packet if you have ordered that. The links to order the make and take packet are on our catalog kickoff page. There's a link for Barb, a link for me, and a link for Dina. So make sure that you're ordering your catalog kickoff packet from your demonstrator. The catalog kickoff packet is $54 and it includes over $40 in Stampin' Up! Product with 9 make and takes. Woo! That's a lot of value. All right. Good morning. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. So I think that I am going to, you know what? My iPad never starts. I don't know why. Let me see if I can refresh it. Nope. Hang on. I've got to get this going here. Oh, let's make sure our volume is down. Oh, there I am. Okay, I just want to be able to, I don't know how to see your, does anybody know on an iPad how to see the comments? I have my video up here, but I don't know how to get the comments to come in across the screen so I can see what you guys are saying. No clue. Oh, maybe I need to sign in. Is that possible? Let's sign in. Oh, heck. Forget it. I don't know my password. Do you guys ever do that? Okay, I see somebody's talking to me here. Swipe left. You're telling me to swipe left. Okay. I am going to swipe left. Swipe left. Nothing is happening. Swiping left. Let's try swiping right. Let's try swiping up and down and all around. I have nothing. So I am going to get my laptop open and see if I can find us here. And I did get all this ready. Yeah, before I came on and thought I had it, and obviously I did not. So sorry for the delay. Technology is a lot of fun. Here we go. Here it comes. I do not want to free anything. I just want to, oh, here they are. So I'm going to have my laptop out here so I can see your comments and questions and all those good things. Sorry about that. All right, I am ready to start stamping. Get all my little tools out here so I'm ready to rock. Are you guys ready to stamp? I'm ready. Yay! Hi, Kathy Larson. Welcome. Okay, let's flip this around so you guys can see up my nose really good, right? I always hate that part. Get this straightened out. Okay, I think my camera actually zooms closer during a YouTube live than it does with a Facebook live. So that's a little different, right? You guys holler at me if I get out of the screen, because I don't do a lot of YouTube lives, but it's different. Okay, so I have a beautiful card to share with you today. We are going to be using this ephemera, Blackberry Beauty ephemera pack. And can I just say, oh, so delicious. This is just so pretty. You get 2 sheets of each one of these. I'm not sure about this one. Let me look for sure. Because here's another one. I bought several of these. Don't worry. I just want to make sure you get 2 sheets of that one because my daughter was playing with this. Oh, you get 1 sheet of this and then 2 sheets of the rest of them. So I'm glad I looked because I don't want to give you bad information. But this ephemera pack is incredibly, incredibly beautiful. We're going to be using that on this card. And, you know, you're like, Kelly, that card is blue, but all of this is rich, deep colors. Don't worry. It's going to work. I promise. And then I decided to pull out the beautiful Nature's Harvest stamp set. We're not going to be using the dies, just the stamp set, but the dies are equally beautiful. Okay, I've got Misty Moonlight cardstock here. Or I mean ink, sorry. I'm looking at 5 things at once. And all of my little cardstock layers. Let's see. I've got an extra one of these in case I mess up. Yeah, just trying to be prepared. So we're going to start with the Misty Moonlight card base. And this is 5.5 by 8.5. I'm just looking at your comments here. Linda says she's so excited to see my cards today. I'm so excited you're here. Yes. And Bev says she loves this paper. Oh, right? We were really worried that we weren't going to be able to include the this beautiful suite in our catalog kickoff because the paper didn't come in, and we don't really know what happened to it, but it just COVID. We're going to blame everything on COVID. Okay, then I have a piece of basic white here. This is 3.5 by 4.25. Now, all of these dimensions you're going to get from the video. So when we're done with the catalog kickoff, I believe we're sending out a PDF file with links to our videos so that you can go back and easily create with your make and take packet. So basic white, and then I took this pattern of that gorgeous Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. So these are all the different designs. This is the one that I chose to use. And I wasn't really crazy about this paper when I first saw it in the catalog because you guys know when you see stuff in the catalog, it totally looks different when you actually get it in your hands. But can I just say, there are so many different beautiful elements to use this with. I'm in love with it now. I wasn't at first, but now I'm like, oh my goodness, I've had so much fun with it. So I've got 3 strips here of Designer Series paper. These are all 1 by 4. And this is a fantastic way for you to use up your little scraps in your Designer Series paper because we know we have a million of them, right? So we're just going to take these strips and we're going to add them to this white layer. This is a really quick and easy card to make. So what I like to do when I'm doing piecing like this is I like to add my outside strips first, and then I'm using the same border here and trying to get the same border on the side. And that's how you're going to get these spaced easily, evenly. And I'm going to come over here and we'll see how good I do. See what happens here. There we go. And now, with this paper, you want to make sure that you've got it going right side up, right? Because we don't want our floral images to be upside down. So you want to pay attention to that if you're using a definite pattern. And look how just pretty that's just pretty, right? Okay, we are going to add this to the front of our card. And I'm just going to kind of center that from top to bottom. And then, of course, side to side, but more so top to bottom because this layer is smaller vertically. Okay, I'm going to grab, well, let's take, this circle is a 2 3/8 inch circle, and I just cut it out with a die. We're gonna take this and we're gonna stamp these flowers on it. And I think these may be Gerbera daisies. Does anybody know? I'm usually pretty good with the flowers. There's some type of a daisy, and I just know that they're beautiful, and I love these kind of flowers. Ooh, pretty. Misty Moonlight ink. here comes our flowers. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of my circle. Let me get out all my dimensionals that I might need today. I know, I've got like a gazillion of them, right? I don't know where my little black ones went, but we'll deal with that later. And I'm just going to put my dimensionals on the back so we're ready to roll with this layer. Now, from the ephemera pack, we have all of these little labels. Let me get these out of the way. So these little labels come from the center of this piece. I'm going to pull that out, and we're going to hope that I can get this stamped straight, right? I'm going to, again, use Misty Moonlight ink, and I'm going to test it out here to make sure that I get a feel for this stamp before I put it on my little label. Oh, I did pretty good, right? Okay, now we can put the front of our card together. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of this piece too. Where did the big ones go? Oh, here they are. I always throw my dimensionals off to the side. Do you guys do that and then you can't find them? Yeah, it's a problem. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we've got this here. We're gonna add our circle first, and then we're gonna tuck that little label in there. Oh, Dolores says she thinks they're cone flowers. Yes, yes, and so does Bonnie. They look like black-eyed Susans. I think they could be anything you want them to be, but they are very, very pretty. So I'm just gonna pop this circle right over here. I'm looking to try and get my flowers, this flower straight. Doesn't really matter. I'm just weird like that. I'm not gonna lie. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna tuck it in here on the edge. So I wanna make sure that I can see my thank you. This is a tight little fit here, but look at how pretty that is. Ooh, I think I got a little crooked. Hang on, don't push it down till you make sure your placement is good. And it was just a smidge crooked. Isn't that pretty? Just that little bit of gold popping in there. And then, oh, love, love, love this gingham ribbon. And I think, yes, you guys are going to get a roll of this gingham ribbon with your make and take packet. So that's really fun. This just makes everything pop. And you would think, Kelly, black and white gingham ribbon with this card? Yeah, it matches. It doesn't match. It pops is what it does. It's kind of a, excuse me, striking feature on here. So I'm just going to pull it down so it's nice and petite. And then, and this goes great with your Christmas cards, like a lot of our DSP. And also, what else was I going to say? Oh, Halloween. That's what I was going to say. Mini glue dots. Got kind of a mess going on here. My thing rolled across the floor and it kind of got away from me. And I guess I didn't put it back together like I should have. Where's my dots? Here they are. Just going to tear that off. And good grief. There we go. Doop. And then I'm just going to tuck this right down in here. I don't want it to cover up my words, but I want to tuck it right in there. Isn't that pretty? I just thought that black and white ribbon was really striking on here. It really goes, wow. Now, next, we have an inside layer. And what I decided to do with the inside layer was add a little bit of our cone flowers or our black-eyed Susans or whatever you would like to call them. It's your day. And I'm going to just stamp the flowers right here. So we've got just that charming little bit of flower in the corner. And then since we've got thank you on the front, this stamp says, a reminder to never forget how much you mean to me and so many others. And isn't that just a really sweet sentiment? Now, again, I'm going to take this, I'm going to stamp it on my scrap paper here to make sure I get a feel for it before I add it to my layer. Oh my gosh. So I love the font on this. It is so So pretty. Okay, let's get these stamps cleaned up. How many of you have and love this chamois? Like, when Stampin' Up! Came out with this chamois, I don't know, a couple of years ago, it was like the greatest thing ever as far as I'm concerned for cleaning stamps. It's quick, it's easy, love it. Okay, we can put this inside our card. Where'd our card go? Oh, good Lord, you guys, look what I did. This is gonna have to go to my friend Sue. Ready? Are you ready for it? Good grief. So it's backwards. I have a friend, Sue, who every time she messes up a card like this, she sends it to me because she knows I will laugh and laugh with her, not at her. And I do the same for her. So you're definitely going to want your card to open this way. So there we have it. There, we'll start it off with a bang, and you guys can see just how human I really am, right? Now, the only other thing I thought of on this card that would be rather pretty is if you happen to have some Wink of Stella. This is not included in your product pack, but a little Wink of Stella on these petals I think would look really, really pretty. It's quick and easy. It doesn't, really cost anything extra to add this little touch. Let's see if we can see this in the light. Oh, it's probably going to be really hard for you guys to see that sparkle, but I can see that sparkle, and so will Sue when she opens her card backwards. Oh my good grief. The last thing I'm going to do, I always like to decorate up my envelopes. Whether you take and put designer paper on your flap, I think what I'm going to do, I shouldn't have cleaned this yet. I am going to take my daisies and I'm going to just add them right here to the side of my envelope. And now you have just a spectacular display coming in the mail, right? Yeah. Tell everybody I'm left-handed. I love it, Debbie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's just, stamping with Kelly. She is human. You're not the only one. I have so many people say, oh my gosh, it's so nice to see somebody else make a little mistake, right? Because I think sometimes we edit out a lot of our videos when we mess up because it's time consuming. Not so much because we don't want you to see that we messed up, but because it is time consuming in the video and we need our videos to be, as short as possible. And so lots of times you never see those mistakes, but I'll tell you, I make a lot of them, and most often I leave them right in the video, and I get so many people that say, thank you for being human. So it's kind of cute. Okay, next up, we have, we're doing a cute little Halloween set, or a card. Let's move this off to the side. I'll bring these all back out when we're done with all of our cards. So I've got the cutest Halloween. I've got the Halloween paper called Cute Halloween. Yes, Cute Halloween 6x6 paper. I've got the Halloween punch that goes, this is a bundle together. And then, oh, is this the right? Oh, hang on. Wrong bin. Yeah, wrong bin. Sorry. So, more human Kelly. This was for a project that I made last week. You guys want to see it? Because I'll show it to you. But it's not what I'm making today. Let's see. Where did I go with it? Here we go. This cute little box. This is what I made. Isn't that adorable? With that little Halloween set? Yeah, we're not using that. We are going to use Merriest Moments. And then I've got the Merriest Moments dies. These are called Merriest Frames dies. Look at how many dies you get in here. Absolutely incredible. Oh, yeah, great. All of these. And then it also comes with this beautiful embossing folder that embosses the die cut. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to bring in some of this gorgeous ribbon. This is called Frayed Grosgrain Ribbon, and it is Blushing Bride. And look at how pretty that is. Absolutely gorgeous. All of these products are in the mini catalog. We've got Petal Pink Mint Macaron and Memento ink with this, as well as the Champagne Rhinestones. These are from the annual catalog. I've got the Melon Mambo Light Stamp and Blend. And then here comes our card. So hang tight here. I'm going to get out my little dimensions. What did I do? Oh, here's the dimensions for this other card. So we're going to keep those together too. I don't want to lose anything because I've got to get these pictures taken when we're done here and post them onto our Facebook group. Here comes our card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5. And it is Mint Macaron. So we're going to fold that and burnish it nicely. Here we go. And then I have a scrap of soft seafoam. I don't know why my lighting is kind of wonky today. Hang on, I'm going to open my window and see if that gives me some better light. I should say my shade. There. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So we've got soft seafoam, Petal Pink, and Blushing Bride. Now, the this is just a scrap, but the and this is a scrap. The Petal Pink, the Blushing Bride is actually a layer. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get our dies out. And you can stamp this, whoops. You can stamp this first. We're going to stamp our sentiment with Mint Macaron ink. And we're going to use Thinking of You this festive season. So Mint Macaron ink on our soft seafoam layer. And then we're going to, this die, by the way, comes in this die pack. So it's specifically made for these sentiments or whatever else you want to do with it. Of course, you can do whatever you want. Hang tight. I'm going to die cut this. And here we go. Isn't that pretty? It gives you that little stitching around the edge that is so charming. Okay, next up, we have an inside layer, and this is 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. And we're just gonna take and stamp some of these pretty little flowers on here. So I'm getting my Petal Pink ink and my Memento ink out. And you've got a bigger flower and a smaller flower. These will be beautiful poinsettias too, but we're going to use the Petal Pink and just stamp a little bit on the inside of our card. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do with the centers of these flowers? Because when I looked at my stamp set, I'm like, I see the holly berries. I'm like, I don't know. But here's the little tiny dots. So I'm going to use my Memento ink and we're going to stamp those little tiny dots right in the center of our flowers to finish them off. And this is just going to be the inside. We're going to put it in the right way today for this card. Oh, good grief. Okay, here we go. Oops, I got that a little crooked. There we go. So this is just going to be the inside of our card. Now, as long as we're here, I'm going to bring in my envelope because I thought these flowers would be really pretty on the envelope. So I'm going to do that one and then maybe this one. And I think that looks good right there. I was going to add a third, but I don't think it's necessary. So there we go. This is going to be our pretty little envelope. And let's get these out of the way. Next, what we've got is a piece of vellum. This is our vellum cardstock. If you don't have any vellum cardstock, this is one of those products that it's like only Stampin' Up! Sells it. One of those things. If you don't have any vellum cardstock, add it to your wish list so the next time you place an order, you get some, because it is such a beautiful element to use on cards. And I'm going to show you how I did it. We're going to take this big giant die and we're going to die cut it. Now this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 vellum. We're going to die cut that, and then we're going to grab these little tiny flowers and we're going to die cut them on the petal pink. So you've got 3 of them here. All these cute little flowers. We're going to die cut those too. So hang tight. And, oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to die cut this. Got to keep it on my layer here. It's going to crackle and pop. Don't let that scare you. Vellum is very noisy when it die cuts. So don't, when it starts crackling and popping, don't go, oh my Lord, what have I done? Because I know lots of people who that is their reaction. So look at how pretty this is. And it just pops right out of here. Absolutely gorgeous. Then what you do is you take it and you put it in the embossing folder. So you're going to line it up just like this. Get it all lined up, close it, run it through your die cutting machine. And when you do that, this is what it looks like now. And isn't that so spectacular? Bonnie says, oh my, another bundle I must add to my list. You are welcome. I know, every time I'm online and I see stuff, I'm like, oh, now I need that, now I need that. But look at the difference between this and that beautiful embossing folder. It's just, it's so like magical. Okay, next up, what we're going to do here is we are going to take this die cut rectangle. We're going to add it to the Blushing Bride layer. And this is 2 1/8 by 2 7/8. And we're just going to stack those together for a really, really tiny little margin. And this just is a little peak of color that's so pretty. Okay. And then, let's see. Did I have, I thought, oh, yep, I did. Okay, so I took some of this ribbon, this beautiful frayed Blushing Bride ribbon, and you can continue to fray it if you cut off this binded edge. So you're just going to cut off that frayed binded edge. You want to do this on a piece long enough for whatever you're going to do with it. I'm going to wrap it around here and tie it. So I need a pretty good size piece, right? So I'm just going to keep going, figure out the length that you need, and you're going to cut that edge off. Now, when you cut that edge off, you can then start fraying. Oh, hang on, it's going to make a liar out of me. Fraying this ribbon. And if you need to, get your take your pick tool out and get some of those to come out of there. There we go. Now it's starting. It just didn't want to cooperate with me. And you just fray the edge and you keep fraying the edge. And do you see what I have left here? Is all these little wispy threads. Now, if you take a big enough piece and do that, like I have here, here's my little pieces sticking out the end. You can continue to fray. Sometimes you can get 2 or 3 of them at a time out, but I've already painstakingly taken the time to do that. It's not bad. It doesn't take crazy amounts of time. I just didn't want to waste a bunch of time doing the same thing while I'm on here. See this? I gotta get this off my finger. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Here's all my little threads. Okay, so I've got all my little threads here, and I think what I want to do is tie them right around this layer. And that's why I use the Blushing Bride cardstock layer under here. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Hang on, I'll show you the whole effect. See if I can get this tied. Now, if you don't like putzing around like this, it's okay. Nobody will ever know, right, that you didn't do the putsy. You can simply tie a piece of ribbon around here and call it a day. But look at how pretty this is. Oops, I think I'm going to go this way. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. All those little wispies. So, I'm not going to cut them quite yet. Well, I'll trim them just a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take some dimensionals. Whew, it's getting warm in here. Let me turn my fan on. If you guys ever watch me, you know I have a lot of hot flashes. Hi, Julie. I'm so glad you're here. Julie says she just found me. I'm glad you're in. Put some dimensionals on here to support this little layer. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool to pop these off. If you're new to me and you struggle with getting these dimensionals off of, or the backings off your dimensionals, look at that. It's super easy. And here comes, this fits in here perfectly. You've still got that little embossed edge all around it that just makes it look so pretty. I think I'm going to leave these this long on here. Isn't that just stunning? Okay, and we're going to put this on the front of our card now. And let me get this right on here. Now, if you wanted to, oh, I was just thinking, I could, let me, hang on. I just came up with another idea. Sometimes these things just come to me. I'm gonna wipe this glue off. I've got this little sprinkle stamp in here. And I'm thinking, oh, that might be kind of cool in the background. So I'm gonna stick this on a block, and we're gonna take some of our mint macaron ink. Let's see what that's gonna look like. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like that. A little bit of sprinkles. How about if we do some sprinkles? We'll stamp and then stamp again. I'm gonna wipe this off before I get edges on my card base that I've already glued. I broke my cardinal rule. I've already glued my card inside in before my card is finished. So that's not brilliant. I always say, don't glue anything together until you're done. Okay, so I'm just kind of stamping some off, stamping some full strength. So it's just got the little sprinkles around the background. I think this is really going to be pretty. All right, here it comes. I'm just going to add some more glue because I can see this is drying. Make sure my card is right side up. Oh my good Lord. Julie, if you missed the first part of this, you'll have to go back and watch it, where I glued the front of my card on backwards, so it opens wrong. Should we share that with her so she can have a giggle? Isn't this pretty? This was the first card. And then it opens for left-handed people. I loved that suggestion. Okay, so look how pretty this is. What do you guys think? Isn't that just spectacular? Yeah, and I love this frayed ribbon. This is the Blushing Bride frayed ribbon. That's what it's called. Frayed grosgrain ribbon. Now, last but not least, remember we had that little scrap of petal pink, and we took these little flower dies right here and I die cut them, and look at how precious these little flowers are. They are so pretty. So what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to just kind of dot them around on my card, and you can do as many as you want. Let's see, I think I will take this one and put it, oops, that's backwards. You can tell the front from the back on these dies. Most of the time you can. You guys know that, right? And then Oops, look what I just did. I stuck my hand in the messy stamp. And I was smart enough to get out my baby wipes before I started, so I didn't have to go digging for those because I am messy. Then we're gonna take and put one, I'm gonna move these little strings out of the way. Right down here. I think I'll put this little one down here. And maybe one more right up here. Oops. Do you guys have one of these? This is like my best friend. This and my glue, my scissors and my bone folder, always right here by my desk. Like I use them more than anything else. Now, we've got these pretty little flowers here, and I was trying to decide what I could put on them. Now, depending on what colors you use to make your card, if you recreate this, you get these matte decorative dots in with all the products with the Make and Take bundle. So if you do red poinsettias, you're definitely going to be able to use those. You could use these dots, but since I don't have peach dots, I'm going to use the champagne jewels, rhinestones, and I wanted pink ones to match my blushing bride. So I grabbed, and this isn't blushing bride, this is light melon mambo. And I tried this out, and I'm just going to color a few of these. I colored one to test it out the other day because I'm like, will the color stick on here? Will it look pink? Yes, it does. So here comes little pink centers for my petal pink flowers to match my blushing bride. Move this over just a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Here's our matching envelope. And we are ready to send out a spectacular card, right? Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Yay! Oh, and Teresa says she had to make cocoa for the grandkids and herself. Ooh, good for you. I love cocoa. I decided after I went to a wedding on Saturday and my clothes were really tight because I've been eating like a horse because I love food and it's summertime and I love party food, right? So I decided that I need to put myself back on my little diet and lose about 10 to 15 pounds. And if you guys can keep a secret, I will tell you a major family secret. A good secret, not a bad secret like creepy, weird stuff going on. But can you guys keep a secret? I think you can. Before I came on here, I was looking at vacation, the VBRO, the vacation, I don't know, rent or buy, owner, whatever they are, VBRO. I was looking at those down in the Branson, Missouri area because my stepdaughter, Stephanie, is eloping. And she was going to have a destination wedding, and she wanted to do it in Mexico. And then it just started turning into a nightmare with everybody, oh, I don't know if I can come, and oh, this, and oh, that, and all the things, right? All the nonsense that goes with the wedding. And so then she just thought, nope, I'm not going to Mexico. We've got COVID. We don't know what's going to be going on at this time, all the things. So she and her husband-to-be decided to elope. And they weren't telling anybody. And they're doing it like in 4 weeks. Well, he knew that she would want her family there. And so when we were at this wedding Saturday, he went around and told just us that he would love it if we could come to the wedding, but that we have to make our own travel arrangements. We have to deal with all the things, and it'll be a huge surprise for my stepdaughter, Stephanie. This boy that she found is amazing. He's not a boy, he's a man. He's like in his 30s. But this will be Stephanie's second marriage. If you guys follow me, she's my stepdaughter that her husband got killed a few years ago, 10 years ago or so. So we're super excited, and you can't tell anybody, and you can't say anything online like, have fun in Branson, Missouri, Kelly. Don't say anything. Mum's the word. You know my secret. I haven't even told Barb and Dina this yet, but next month I'm going to Branson, Missouri. Next card. Woohoo! Isn't that fabulous news? I'm so excited. This is the Whimsy and Wonder specialty paper, and I have to tell you, for this card, this is the first time I pulled this out. I made up my sheet. I am absolutely in love with this. Like, I am in love. This paper is so pretty and whimsical. It's got an iridescent embossing, foily embossing in it. Can you see it sparkling? It is just so, so pretty. I absolutely love it. So then, we have these wonderful snowflakes, you guys. These are amazing. Again, from the mini catalog. And they're all die cut and separated with tissue paper. So you just come in here and you pop them out. And I see this one has one little piece in here yet. Let's get that out of there, a little hitchhiker. And these are iridescent. So they're pearly too. They're absolutely beautiful. Can you see that? Oh, gorgeous. So we're gonna make a pretty little card with these. Now, I am bringing in the well-defined stamp set. I love definition stamp sets. I don't know why. I'm just always drawn to them. So I decided to pull this out, and I'm going to use polished pink ink. And I have an envelope. Hang on, let me get my envelope. Let me get my little cheat sheet out here so I can tell you the dimensions. Here comes all of our pieces. Oh my good grief. Hang on. Here we go. Here comes all the pieces. Now this is another great card for using up little scraps. And I always seem to be on a quest to use up little scraps. Our card base is going to be Blushing Bride, and it's 8.5 by 5.5. We're just going to fold it in half. Yay! Thanks, you guys. I see wonderful news. Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm excited. When I was a kid, this is vellum, 3.5 by 5. Again, vellum cardstock. When I was a kid, I lived in Missouri, and we used to go to Silver Dollar City. And so I am super excited to be going down to the Branson, Missouri area because I am going to Silver Dollar City. It is just a fantastic memory for me. So, yay, 2 birds with 1 stone. This is 4 by 5.25 basic white, and this is a scrap of white. So here's what we're gonna do. Where'd my mat go? Right here. You could cut a strip. We're going to put a little banner on the front of our card. You could cut a strip if you wanted to, but I thought it would be really tricky to stamp on that strip and get this straight. So I've just got a scrap here that I'm going to use, and all we're going to do is, let's see if this will work. I'm just going to stamp this right on my scrap, just like that. Ooh, how pretty, right? And then we're going to clean the stamp up really good because we're going to use it again on the inside, which is kind of weird, right? But you're going to love it, I promise. Get this cleaned up really good. And so then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going to cut the Christmas with the pronunciation and the noun. We're going to cut this and make it straight because I just thought it would be tricky. And so I thought, oh, this is going to be so much easier if I just do it this way, right? And you can do it however you want, but this is how I decided it was going to make me happy. We're going to cut this off now. Just like that. And then we're going to bring it in here. Now we have straight edges. Okay, that's what I was looking for. You got to get this straight before you start doing anything else to it. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll cut this end off. We'll cut that off pretty close to our sentiment. So when all is said and done here, this piece is about 3/4 of an inch wide by about 3 inches long. And it's kind of a backwards way to go about that, but I just thought it was the easiest way. And of course, it's not going to be any big deal. I know I can handle it, you can handle it. So we're going to take this and we're going to make a very shallow banner out of the end. We're going to flag the end here. Yay! Okay, very pretty. I don't know, do I want that to be a little bit shorter? No, I think it'll be okay. So now we've got Christmas, noun, often attributive, and then it has the pronunciation, Christmas. We're going to set that aside. Well, we can put dimensionals on the back of that right now. So here comes our dimensionals. I wanted to get up early this morning, you guys, so I could go out for my bike ride, along with this lose a little bit of weight. I have not been on my bike ride since I went camping at the beginning of August. Let me see here. I need another piece of white cardstock. Hang on. Now, you don't have to do this, but it's something that I prefer to do because I think it makes things easier. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I am just going to trim it down just a little bit. I don't want this sticking out from under my designer series paper, so I'm just going to trim it down like a 1/16 of an inch. See how little that is? I just want it to be a teeny weeny little bit smaller. Okay. I forgot about this part. Now we're going to take a whole bunch of strips. This is all this beautiful designer series paper. Well, not all of it, but I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 7 different strips here that we're going to use. And we're just going to start adding these to this layer. And these are 3/4 of an inch wide. And this, you can see, is, I'm going to use this side, and then this is the other side. I'll use that on the front here too. And again, this is just a fantastic way to use up little scraps that you have. And these don't have to be the same. Like, you could use all different widths. Mine are going to be the same, but you could use all different widths. Then you just have to decide. Your hardest decision now, isn't that pretty, is which pattern goes by what. Do you guys like doing stuff like that? It's like, oh, what should go next? Oh, what should go next here? And I'm just butting them up against each other. And then we've got this beautiful iridescent snowflakes with the stripes on the back. And we're going to do this. Oh, so pretty. And then, let's see. I think the pink will look really good next to that. Just kind of wiggling it down a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to go with this pretty pattern. Oops, we're going to use the ornament side. I just love this paper. It is so whimsical. The colors are so pretty. And then we'll use the other side of the ornament paper. Oops. And the stripes. Now, if you find that you get down to the end and you've got a little bit of white sticking out on this layer, just trim it off. It's no big deal. And I see that my edge here, I'm not that great at cutting absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to take this and trim it a little bit. So now it's perfectly straight, and I've got a little bit of white hanging out here. And I'm just going to take that and trim that off, just like that. Look at how pretty this is, right? Okay. On the front of our card, it goes. Here we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to take this from the snowflakes. What did I do with those? Hang on. For those of you that might have come in late, these are the wonderful snowflakes. There's a whole pack of them. You get 24 snowflakes in a pack. And I'm going to add a mini glue dot to the center of my snowflake on the back. And then I'm going to take that and put it on my vellum, about right here. Just get it centered there. That looks great. And then I'm going to use another mini glue dot behind that snowflake. I can't see very good to put that on there, so I'm just going to pick it off with there's my trusty old take your pick tool again. And we're going to put that on about right here. Now, this layer can go on before we add this to the front of our card, because I want to put some adhesive behind where this banner is going to go also. You know what? I think I cut this layer wrong. Hang on just a second. I think I cut this at 5 and it should be 4 3/4. Let me look. Yep, 4 3/4 by 3.5. Let me update my little slip here so I make sure I put that in 4 3/4. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Oh, see what happens when you take the backing off your dimensionals before you're ready? Oh, I almost lost that. All right, now I'm just gonna kind of lay this down on here, see what's going on. Now it matches, and I want this to go right in here. Get that on there straight. I'm gonna pull this off now, and now we can add some more adhesive to our vellum right here, because I don't want to see my adhesive through the front of my vellum. That really bugs me. And I'm sure the people I send my cards to would probably never even notice, but I notice and it bothers me. All right, then we're gonna pull in this frayed ribbon again, and we're not gonna fray it this time. We are just going to do a little thing like this. So I'm gonna tell you that this is about 5 inches. 5 inches of ribbon, and we're going to cut it at an angle just like this. I'm going to make one a little bit longer than the other one, and now I'm going to use some mini glue dots to glue the two together. Okay, so watch this little trick. This will just be easier when you're trying to handle your ribbon. So I know I want it folded right there. I'm gonna put, look, it's stuck to my finger. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put a little mini glue dot right there. And then, yes, okay. Now I'm gonna grab some linen thread. Now all these little details are what makes cards look so stinking charming. A little bit of linen thread. I'm gonna tie it around the folded end of this ribbon and tie a bow. Just like this. Yay. So having that mini glue dot in there just really helped with holding that in place for me, so I didn't have to futz around with trying to get it to lay down and stay where I wanted it and all the things. You know what I mean. And here we go. We're gonna pull this down so it's nice and cute and dainty. I'm going to trim off just a little bit, and then we're going to use mini glue dots to add it to our card front. And again, all these little elements that just, oh, did I just run out of glue dots? I did. Hang on. I have another roll. I do not. Hang on. I got to go grab some glue dots. Who runs out of glue dots during a class? I have a well, this isn't brand new, it's actually used, but it's pretty brand new. Here comes a brand new pack. I'm gonna put some right there, or one I should say, and then I'll put one a little bit further down here. There we go. And this is gonna go right down here. It's just a super cute little element that just adds a little bit of extra to your card. Look at how pretty that is. Is that not just gorgeous? It is gorgeous. Okay, next, we need to do something with the inside. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's my piercing mat. This is what I like to use to stamp on. We are going to take our polished pink ink. I want one of these presents. So we're gonna take, let's just take this little present right here. And I'm just gonna cut it out from the paper. Super easy to cut these out. So these would make great little elements on the front of cards too. But we're gonna put this one on the inside. Okay, so we're gonna use this little element. We're going to ink the stamp up under the Christmas definition, or the noun and often attributive. Sometimes words are hard. And I'm just going to ink this up to there. I'm looking to see if I have any ink on the second line, and I do not. And I want this to go up about right here. Oh, perfect. And then we're going to take our pretty little present and put it right here. I think I would like this over just a little bit more. So let's try it again. Let's see if Kelly can do it twice without messing it up. Kind of tilting my ink pad up so I can see what's happening with that top line. Now I see I do have ink. Take a baby wipe and just wipe it off where you don't want it. You want to do it twice to make sure you got all that ink off. And I'm just going to move this over a little bit more. Yay! And then we're going to put this little present right next to it here. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Oh, it's really crooked though. Oh, I hate it. Hang on. I have to take pictures of these, so I can't just like wing it. Ready? This is how you redo. Oh, never ending. I'm gonna just make sure I don't have any ink on here. I think I did too. All right. Oh, so much better. Whew. Here comes our little present. I'm kind of a perfectionist on stuff like that. I hate it when things are crooked. Do you guys hate when you get something crooked, or are you like, nah, it's fine? Sometimes I'm, look how cute that is. Sometimes I'm okay with it. Other times it just really bothers me. So here comes our pretty little Christmas card. And we'll put this right in here. Yay! And last but not least, you guys, we have an envelope. And I'm going to ask you guys, should I use this side on my envelope to go with my card, or should I use the stripes? You tell me. Let's see what you guys weigh in. Let me know. Catherine says, first time is for practice, second time is for real. I like that saying. And Mary Ellen says she never knows what to make with vellum. Oh, use it to tone down. It just tones down these stripes here, right? Snowflakes, we've got stripes. 1, 2, and then we've got 5 snowflakes. I think the snowflakes are gonna win. I do love the stripes though. I will do stripes for my next card when I use this paper. But thank you guys so much. Here comes. Now, I cut my designer series paper 2.5 by 6 to cover my envelope flaps. And oh my gosh, if you guys don't have any Stampin' Up! Envelopes, the quality, they're so, so nice. They're just, I love them. Looky, looky. Isn't that pretty? This is just, I just love this paper. I love it. Now, this is the Whimsy and Wonder case you came in late, we've got Whimsy and Wonder. And then I used the Well-Defined stamp set, but I've also got the Whimsical Trees stamp set in here, and there's a whole set of dies that goes with this. They're just amazing. And I brought this stamp set in so I could use this cutie patootie little tree. So hang tight, because I wanted to stamp this on the front of my envelope with the polished pink ink. And I almost forgot. Just like that. Look at, I love the little scribbles. The little scribble lines for the trees is, again, very whimsical. Okay, we have a winner, I think. Let me put this away. Now, I think the next cards that I'm bringing out are the cards that are going to be part of the make and takes. Let me look at my bins, though. I don't want to give you false information here. You know how I'm sometimes can do that. I don't like that at all. It makes me cringe. And mini glue dots, we'll keep those here, and my dimensionals here. Put all of these away and throw that in the garbage and clean up the mess so we can do some more pretty cards. Okay. Yes, the next cards that we're making are make and takes. So if you ordered the make and take packet, it's $54. It includes $40 in product. You are going to be able to make these pre-cut cardstock for 9 cards included with your $40 in product make and takes. Like, holy cannoli. Okay, this make and take is going to be using the Beauty of Tomorrow. This was one of the stamp set bundles that you could add on to your make and take packet if you don't have it. You definitely are going to need it. This goes along with the Blackberry Beauty 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. And hang on, I'm gonna bring this in here so I can show it to you. I don't have it on one of my printed sheets yet, so look at this. It's got gold embossed foil in it. Oh, I love this for fall. This design, oh good Lord, look at the owls. Absolutely beautiful. Somebody messaged me and said they have to get this paper because the owl is their spirit bird. I know a lot of people who love owls. Then we've got some birds here with some beautiful foliage. This gorgeousness, oh, so delicious. It is so pretty. Look at this. The little dots on here are gold foil embossed. So pretty. And another gold foil leaves with this on the back. So absolutely incredibly delicious, beautiful paper. This was so much fun to work with. So we are going to be making a fun fold. So what we're going to do is we have, by the way, this is called Beauty of Tomorrow. This is a Beauty of Tomorrow suite along with the ephemera pack that I showed you when we made the first card. I'm using Rich Razzleberry for this particular card. And we are going to you're going to take your Designer Series paper. Now you get a quarter pack of this. Or is it a half a pack? I don't want to tell you wrong. Hang on. I think it's a half a pack actually. Nope, you get a quarter pack of the Blackberry, which will be enough to make your make and take, so you can decide if you need to get more, right? And obviously you do. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. So we're gonna take 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to adhere this. I know, isn't it so hard to cover up that side, but I love this one too. We're gonna put this on a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of Rich Razzleberry. So the designer paper is 4 by 5 1/4. This piece is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Then we've got another piece of Rich Razzleberry that is 2 1/2 by 11. And what you're gonna want to do, I'm probably gonna score this for you in your make and take packet, but if you're not getting a make and take packet, you wanna score this at 5 1/2, okay? We need a score line on this piece. So we're gonna fold that, and burnish that edge. Oh, I love these rich colors. Now we're going to use the other side, and this piece of designer series paper is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to add this to the front of this layer. This is an easy, fun fold that packs a lot of wow. And now we've got a piece of basic white. This is going to be 5 1/4 by, or I'm sorry, 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. We're going to do a little bit of stamping on here. And I chose the sentiment on the front is going to say, I know this is a difficult day. I'm here for you. And oh, this just like rings true. I had to go to a funeral yesterday. One of my really good friends lost a family member unexpectedly. And oh, my heart just was breaking for their whole family. Oh, look how crooked that is. So this is why you should always stamp on here first. Okay, let's see if I can get it right. Otherwise, we'll be cutting another piece. Oh, that's pretty crooked too. Hang on. That is not going to work for me. Let's get out a new piece. This is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. Let's see if I can get 2 1/4. Nope. Try to use a scrap, not big enough. 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. Should I cut 2 right away? Might not be a bad idea. I don't seem to be having good luck with straight stamping today. Here we go. Okay, let's try it again. I'm gonna stand up this time. Let's see what I got going on here. I think it's crooked on my block, and that really throws me off. So we are going to straighten this little bugger out. That's not straight either. That looks better. Now let's see if I can get it straight. Nope. There we go. Okay. That's still crooked. That's better. Oh, phew. Some days are more challenging than others, right? Okay, let's see. You know what? Oh, I've got another, hang on. I want to do a little bit more on this inside. So I'm going to take this element from the Beauty of Tomorrow, and I'm just going to stamp it right down here at the bottom. And oh, look how pretty that is, right? Okay, this is going to go inside our little rich raspberry panel, just like this. I was going to say, if I cut this wrong, I'm going to be so mad, but I didn't. We're good. It's all good. Okay, so we've got this and this, and now we're going to take this panel and we're going to add it to the front of our card, and we're going to put it right in the middle. And I'm just kind of making sure that it's lined up with the top up here. This is an easy fun fold. I absolutely love this one, right? Okay, then we're going to grab our ephemera pack. And I want one of these big tags. So I'm going to take this big tag and we're going to do a little stamping on here. So I've got the I know this is a difficult day. TJ says, I always have a hard time getting sentiments straight. It's so nice to see others have the same struggles. We are real, right? The struggle is definitely real. So I'm just going to stamp this and see, make sure that it's okay before I put it on here. Oh, love it. And then you've got these little like paint dots, whatever you want to call them. We're going to do that here and another one right over here. This is our tag. So let me get this stuff out of the way. Now I gotta find my gold ribbon, which is not in here where it belongs. So hang on, here it is. Whew. Okay, so what I wanted to do, oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure you get this gold ribbon too. Yep, you get a roll of this gold ribbon, which is, oh, so delicious. So what I'm gonna do here is I want to fray this. And so I'm probably going to need, oh, about this much. I will measure this for you, so you'll know exactly what to cut. About 5 inches again. And again, I'm going to cut the edge off of this. That may be too much too, but we'll see. I'm just gonna cut the edge. You need to cut that back. The binding is on the edge. If you guys ever sewed, this is kind of like seam binding. They put the binding on the edge. I used to sew when I was a kid. Like, I made all my clothes. Northwest Fabrics, remember when Minnesota Fabrics was Northwest Fabrics? It was my all-time favorite store. And oh, I would just go there and have so much fun buying fabric. And I made all my dad's shirts. He only would wear Western shirts. I made all my dad's shirts. I made clothes for my mom. I made clothes for my little sister. My neighbor even hired me to make some blazers for her because they were so expensive in the store. So yeah, I was a seamstress for a long, long time. And then, well, back in 2012, my dad died, and that's kind of when I stopped sewing because I would make him a shirt for every holiday, for his birthday, for all the things. And then I didn't have any really reason to sew anymore, so I still enjoy sewing. Like, I've made a pillowcase or two so I could have some cute patterns. I loved going and getting flannel material, especially for the holidays, and sewing up some cute flannel pillowcases with Christmas or even Halloween, and putting that on the kids' beds. They got a big kick out of it. Okay, so here's all of our little threads, you guys, just like that blushing bride ribbon. Now, the hardest part about this is getting it through the spot. So let me trim this end, and I'm going to, and again, if putzing around with stuff like this isn't your deal, then you just thread the ribbon through as it is in its whole form, and you don't have to do this. But I'm telling you, this is so incredibly beautiful that it is totally worth it. Okay, so that wasn't too bad, right? And now I am going to take this, just like I did the other stuff. Let me pull some of this down. There we go. I'm going to take this and tie it in a knot, and then we'll get rid of the ones that we missed. Because I can see there's one right there that we missed. So yeah, if you don't like doing putsy stuff like this, you don't have to. You just thread your ribbon through there and tie it in a little knot. You'll be good to go. There we go. I don't think I like that. Hang on. Did she seriously just pull it back out? She did. Actually, she did. So I am going to get this all lined up again. Get my little threads back here. All my little pieces. Is anybody rolling their eyes at me? I will see you. I'm just kidding. I won't see you. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to make a little end out of the middle like this, where I can just stick the whole thing through here. Maybe. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And then we'll see if there's a loop. This may be a complete disaster. I think it is, quite frankly. Let's not do that. But anyways, you saw what I did. I think my mistake, you guys, was that I didn't make that long enough. So maybe 6 or 7 inches instead of 5 would work better. I'm not going to keep you forever here. But this is just as pretty. I'll show you the original one that I made because it's really neat. And then you can You can determine what you want to do. Look, this is so pretty. This ribbon is just delightful. Okay, here we go. So we're going to take this and we're going to adhere it to this middle panel. So you have to be careful where you put your glue. Here we go. So we're just going to put our glue down the middle of this tag, and then it's going to go right here on the front. Just like this. And we're going to leave a little bit of space under there because we're going to tuck some of these other little elements from this ephemera pack under here. Now, these are pretty sturdy, but you don't want to go like yanking them around because they are kind of delicate. I'm going to take a little bit of glue and add it underneath. You should probably glue this to the back of your tag, but I didn't, so you know, we're gonna make it work. You want to make sure that this is not hanging off your card so it doesn't fit in an envelope. So be mindful of that. Oh my good Lord, this is so pretty. And then I have the envelope and I have to use the owl side. I'm not even going to ask you. Are you okay with that? Because it's so beautiful. The other side is pretty too, and it really did serve its purpose, right? For this contrast under here. This is such a pretty contrast, but this, oh, ooh la la, so gorgeous. Love. You could even stamp the little floral spriggy image on the front, which I think I'll do also. So just hang on here. Now, definitely make sure that you're pulling out your stash of envelopes when you're creating cards and just making your envelopes to match right when you have all the stuff out. That's when it's easiest. Look at how pretty that is, right? Okay, one more. We're gonna do one more with this floral. Look at that. Is that not just spectacular? So this is one of your make and takes. Yay! You're gonna get to use the ephemera pack with it. You are going to get to use that beautiful designer series paper for a fun fold, the gorgeous ribbon. Oh, I said I'd show you. Here's the original card that I made. Look at, yeah, that's pretty cool, right? It does look really good. But yeah, it's pretty futzy. Obviously, because I couldn't do it in front of a live audience. So, okay, here we go. We're going to go on to our next make and take. I need that stamp again, I'm pretty sure. Here's my dimensions. And we'll put this away. This is the card we're going to do. Next up. How about some fun with penguins? Who is in love with the penguin suite and that gorgeous designer series paper that is free during celebration? Yeah, this. Love, love, love. Now, I'm pretty sure that you are going to get a 1/4 pack of this paper also. And this is a bonus because celebration is going on. So we are able to include that and not increase our price for the make and take packet. Okay, here comes all of our little pieces. I'll let you know. Oh, we're gonna do our envelope right away. Look at how pretty this is. Again, 2.5 by 6. And envelopes are not included in your make and take packet because, you know, we need to keep the price at a good price point. But we know that you all have envelopes. And if you don't have any Stampin' Up! Envelopes, I highly encourage you to give them a try. Add them to your next order because they are so nice. Just so nice. They're really good quality. Time is it? 11:18. I am doing really good, you guys. I wasn't sure how long it would take me to make all these cards, but I guess I'm doing pretty darn good. Now when I get done, I will at some point today, before tomorrow, I'll be posting pictures of these in the Make and Take gallery. You find that on the Facebook group. Let me see where you have to go to find that so I don't give you bad information. You go to More, and then Media, and then Albums. And you're going to find the live demonstration projects. You can also go to the announcements and click on that. There's going to be links in there for everything. Look how stinking cute that is, right? Okay, we are using Just Jade, Daffodil Delight, Fresh Freesia, and Balmy Blue ink pads. And these are, except for the Daffodil Delight, they're all pretty much coming from the Designer Series paper. Okay, what do we have going on here? All the things, all the things. Here's our white layer. This is a thick card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5. You're gonna wanna score your thick card bases at 4.25 because they will just fold so much nicer when they are scored. Okay, then we have a piece of Designer Series paper. This cutie patootie paper, we're gonna use the polka dot side. And the dotted side is 4.25 by 5.5. It is going to cover up the entire front of the card. We're gonna use the striped side of this paper, and this is 1.25 by 5.5. And then we have a bunch of scraps. So I'm gonna do the stamping on the inside. Oops, I see I forgot to mount one of the stamps that I want. And it's the present. There are so many stamps in this set. 28 stamps in this adorable set. Let me find a little block. Oh, this is kind of overkill, but it's what I have at my fingertips. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our Fresh Freesia. I just wanna stamp a little bit of fun on the inside here. Nothing too crazy, but, oh, make sure your bow is right side up on your present because you'll notice that it does matter. I'm just gonna stamp a couple little presents right down here in the bottom corner. We've got lots of room to write. You can stamp another sentiment in there if you would like. Let me clean this off. Okay, we've also got Memento ink here. So this card can be as easy or as putsy as you would like it to be also. I just want you to know that because you can do more, you can do less, whatever suits your taste. We're gonna take, let's see, I need a scrap. So we're gonna take a scrap of basic white and we're gonna stamp a whole bunch of little things on here. I think I'm gonna start with my penguins. So you need 2 penguins, and we're gonna be using the Memento for that. Oops. I wanna look at your penguin punch and see where's the best. Oh, our penguins need to be stamped upside down. I completely forgot about that. So make sure you do that. I think I'll stamp them on this other scrap here. So we've got upside down pumpkin, an upside down penguin, and I'm going to do another upside down penguin right down here. And then we're going to use the Daffodil Delight for the little cute little feet. You're going to want to use the one with 2 feet on it. And, ooh, I'm going to stamp these right on my penguins. But if you wanted to, you could punch them out. That's what that little shape is for. And then we're gonna grab our little beak in the Daffodil Delight. Now the beak goes pretty close to where that black ends in between their eyes. So just know that. I had some questions about that, but that's where it goes. Okay, we're done with the yellow. Now we're gonna come in with the blue, and I'm gonna stamp on my scrap here. We'll just turn that over. I'm going to stamp a little blue bow tie. There's a little heart in here. So we're really going to take advantage of this and use all the little elements, just so you know what you could do with them and all the cute little things. And again, we're going to talk about this card at the end because there's going to be a lot going on and you do not have to do all the things. So here's a hat. Can you guys see? Am I still in my frame? Here's the scarf. Bonnie says she's so glad that she ordered the Make and Take packet. Me too, Bonnie. You're going to love it. Cheryl wants to know, does Stampin' Up! Sell the eyes that are in the celebration? I don't know. What eyes? Let me go look. Because I must have missed the eyes. Oh, these are not eyes. These, let me show these to you. I have them. I just put them away last night. These are subtle shimmer sequins, and they come in silver and kind of like clamshell looking. I don't know what you call that. Iridescent. They're really, really, really pretty. They're called subtle shimmer sequins, and the reason why they have those shown on here is because this is a globe with a shaker, and they use these for the shaker in there. They also added them to the front of the card over here. Yeah, these are really, really pretty. And you just put a dot of glue, and then I like to use my take your pick tool, pick it up and put it on the card. So, very good question. I'm glad you asked that. Oh, yeah, Debbie says she thought they were eyes too. I kind of totally missed them. So, I mean, I knew they were there, but you know what I mean. I didn't think they were eyes because I know there aren't any eyes in the catalog. That's probably why that didn't dawn on me. Okay, then we've got that, and that. Now we need some balloons. No, did I not get the balloons out? Hang on. I did not. I thought I did. Oh, here's the balloon. Hello. We're gonna do a fresh freesia balloon. Then we're gonna clean this off. We're gonna do a balmy blue balloon, clean it off, and a just jade balloon. Oh, so pretty, right? Okay, I think we're done with everything except the black. So, let me put these away. Oops, I gotta clean this. Hang on. Did I clean all of these? I don't think I did. Now I do. I'll clean. Yeah. So what do I have left over here? Oh, I did the heart already. I need this and I need this. So we are going to be putting some balloons on the front of our card, which is our designer series paper. So I'm probably going to be tacking some things together here shortly, but we're going to take our punch and punch out our penguins. Don't forget to stamp them upside down on your paper because it's such a pain when you get everything all done and stamped and you're like, ugh, you got to use your scissors to cut it and then it doesn't fit anymore. You guys know the whole routine, right? I hate it when that happens. Okay, here's our little penguins. Aren't they cute? Get rid of all the mess here. Now, what you're gonna do, let me find my little envelope here. Here it is. I've got all these little bits and pieces ready. Okay. What you're gonna do is you're going to, you know, if you have a balloon punch, go ahead and use it. But I just took and cut these balloons out, and they're fairly simple to get cut out. Not a big deal. This is a good thing to stamp up and then go sit in front of the TV, okay? Same thing with the little scarf and the little hat. Cut these all out, cut this little bow tie out. Super simple, nothing to it. I've already done this just to save you guys the pain of watching me cut things out. So there's our balloons, our scarf, our hat, our bow tie. And then we're gonna get this all done, and then we're gonna do our little banners. So this piece I'm going to glue right on the left side of our designer series paper. Pick this up and make sure I've got it all the way up there to the edge. Oh, isn't that so pretty? And remember, this paper is free with a $50 order. Then we're going to take our balloons and put them on dimensionals, because obviously we always do that, right? Always want the balloons on dimensionals. And another one. Okay, so we're going to decide where are we going to put our balloons. And I'm thinking boom, 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 just like this. We need them down a little bit so our banner fits on the top, and you'll get this in just a minute. Okay, so we've got all that going on. I think I am ready to stamp my little balloon stick strings. That's what these are. This is like well, I look at it like it's a stick with a string on it. It's a very different type of balloon string, right? So I am going to get my balloons out of here and stamp. Now, if you don't want to futz around with all of these balloons, you can just do one and call it a day. But I am going to do all 3 of them so you can see how absolutely adorable and cute doing all 3 is. And then you can do whatever you want to do. Let's see. Here comes some gold ribbon. We're going to add this right in here. So I'm just going to cut a piece and cover up my designer series paper seam. This card has a lot going on, right? So far, from what you've heard. It's like, well, Kelly, I don't know, because I haven't seen the card completed. Trust me, it's got a lot going on. But I wanted to really showcase all the little elements in here for you. And then you can decide what you want to add or not add. We're going to dress our penguins. So here comes our little bow tie. And rather than a bow tie for a boy, we're going to use it as a little bow tie for the hair for a girl penguin. And isn't that adorable? Yeah. Okay, next we've got the scarf. And we're going to put that on. The scarf is fresh freesia, by the way, and the hat. Balmy blue for the hair bow and the heart on the other penguin. Oops, I think I kind of messed that up. Hang on. Kind of want to put your glue down at the bottom here. Let me rub some of that off. Oh, super duper cute, right? Okay, we're going to put dimensionals on the back of our penguins. I'll put 2 on, one on the bottom, one on the top. Just don't want our penguins to be wonky. We don't want them to be like loosey-goosey. There's a word I haven't used in a long time. Now I'll probably get stuck on it. I tend to do that. Loosey-goosey. Okay, so we're going to put our little penguin right about here. Oh, wait. Our other little penguin. Oh, we gotta move that other penguin, so hang tight. We're gonna move this one over just a little bit. Don't push it down tight. Because you want your penguin to be holding your balloon sticks, right? And I want my penguins to be kind of holding hands, because I thought that was sweet. And then here comes our balloons. Get the backs off. And we are going to do a balloon right here, a balloon right here, a balloon Oh my gosh, I spaced those really good. I was nervous. That made me very nervous making those, the balloon strings, right? Okay, now we need some little banner things on the front. So I am going to take a little piece of white and my Memento ink pad here. Where did my words go? Right here. This says, "To the coolest friend ever," which I thought was super duper sweet. And I'm going to stamp that right on the edge of this scrap. And then what we're going to do, you can use your paper cutter if you want to. I'm just going to use my scissors. I'm just going to cut a teeny weeny little strip. So this is much easier to do this on a scrap than it is to try to cut a piece and then stamp on it when it's that little, right? And then I've got a tiny little piece of Designer Series paper. And this is 1/2 inch by 2 inches. I am going to flag both ends. Just like that. And then this one, just like that. And we're gonna glue this in the center of this banner. So I just put a little glue right in the middle. And we're gonna put this just on here like this. Now just adding little Designer Series paper elements to the back of little tiny things like this green paper on the back of the sentiment, it just really pops your card up to another level, I think. It's just kind of a neat idea. It's easy, it doesn't, cost any extra postage. It's just one of those little elements that you can put behind your sentiment that really adds a lot, I think. What do you guys think? I think it does. Okay, here comes, oops, hang on. I'm gonna put this right up here. Super duper cute. And then we have one more tiny little element because there's this little happy birthday, this little tiny happy birthday stamp. And I'm gonna take that and I'm going to stamp it right here on another scrap of white. And I'm just going to cut it out. Just like that. And then, ooh, I have another piece of designer paper here someplace. Did you guys see where it went? Oh, come on, Kelly. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna take this little piece, and this piece is 3/4 by 3/4. It's just a square, and I'm gonna flag one end of this. And again, you don't have to do this, but it's just one of those things that really adds to the charm of your card. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it, oops, right in the middle. Oh, that didn't work so good. Hang on. I'm gonna grab another piece because I think I cut mine the wrong way. I don't think it was actually square. So we're gonna try this again. I got lots and lots of scraps, right? Okay, yep, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it just like this. And then I'm gonna flag this end. Well, that doesn't look very straight, Kelly. There we go. Flag the end. I'll measure this for you. I think my other piece wasn't cut right. This is about 7/8 by 3/4. You guys will get the idea. And then we're gonna put this on there. And just these tiny little elements. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Let's get it straight. There we go. Nope, that's more crooked. Is that a word? More crooked. Okay, and dimensional. Let's close this up. Dimensionals. I always throw my dimensionals off to the side, then I can't find them, then I get flustered. Makes me crazy. Here we go. So I said that I would talk about this. And if you're not If you don't want to do putsy things, just do one balloon and one balloon string. Only do one penguin. But I do like both of these. What do you guys think about both those sentiments being right there on the front like that? I think they're just really kind of cute. Ouch. I just stabbed myself. I hope I don't bleed. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it right on the front of our card. Yep, look at it. It's going to start with glue. Oops. And I like to just hold my card up. If I'm going to cover the whole front, I hold it up like this. Okay, it's not bleeding. It just looks red. Oh my goodness. How stinking cute is this, right? Super duper cute. Now, another thing that I noticed is that these matte decorative dots, these green colors match this green. So we can probably add a little something something to our little, let's do one of these really little ones in the lightest little color here. Do one here and one right there. How cute is that? Love it. So there's our cute little penguin card. This is one of your make and takes. And again, if you don't like putsy stuff, you can do one penguin and one balloon and call it a day. But if you do like to add all the fun stuff, you can certainly take advantage of all of these stamps because there are, what did I say, 28 stamps in this set. Hang on, let me clean up some of my mess here. Yeah, 28 stamps in the penguin stamp set. Okay. Whew. How are we doing? Is everybody still with me? Nobody's sleeping? I've got quite a pile going on here, like a huge pile mess. It's okay though, we're having fun. All right, next, this is our final card and another make and take with the make and take packet. So we're gonna put this back in here. Whoops, I just dumped my instructions on the floor. Oh, they flew right under my feet, so I got them. Don't worry. Okay, next up, we are going to be using the Beauty of Tomorrow suite again with the ephemera pack. Hang on, with the ephemera pack. And this time we're using Blackberry Bliss ink. So, oh, so pretty. Let me get out all my bits and pieces here. Here we go. So again, really beautiful, rich colors with this suite. We've got the gorgeous paper. I'm gonna put the leaves on my envelope flap, and I highly recommend that you get out an envelope and decorate it with whichever pattern of paper you would like. Oh, it's so pretty. This is like probably one of the prettiest fall designer series papers, in my opinion, is like the prettiest fall designer series paper I've probably ever worked with. Not to say that I don't like others or didn't like others if they are retired now. I did. But this is all my colors. I love these deep, rich colors. Look how pretty that is. Okay, like I said, Blackberry Bliss. This is 5.5 by 8.5, just a half a sheet of cardstock. Did anybody see my bone folder? There it is. We're down to the last card. I can't find anything anymore. This is how it goes. Okay, here we go. Then we've got our front layer of white is 5 by 3 3/4. Our inside layer is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we've got this little piece of Blackberry Bliss, and this is 1 by 4. Now, we have just a little bit of stamping to do let's do our inside first. That's the bigger of the two white layers. We're going to do this piece first, and we are going to stamp the sentiment, "You're one of those people," on the inside. I like the sentiments in this set. It's just kind of different. You're one of those people. And then we're going to take this image that we used on the last Beauty of Tomorrow card, and we're going to just stamp that right down here. Isn't that pretty? Now, Blackberry Bliss will lighten up as it dries. Right now it just almost looks black, but don't let that fool you. Okay. Next thing we still need this. We're going to do some more to this, so I don't want to put it in any place yet. But what we are going to do is we're going to grab our ephemera pack, and we're going to grab one of these labels. This label right here. And we're going to stamp our other sentiment on it. Some people are just likable, and then the inside says, "You're one of those people." Now, I'm going to try stamping this here. Yep, okay, I think I got it. And then we're going to put it right in here. Ah, yay! And we're going to trim off. It's got a little end on it where you can put some ribbon or something through it. We're just going to cut that off. We're going to trim it a little bit smaller so we don't see that little hole right there. Now this piece is going to then layer on to this piece. So I want to make sure. I still see a little dip right here from that hole to put ribbon or twine. Just going to cut a little bit more off. Oops, I think I got it a little crooked. You can use your paper cutter. That's probably a better idea. Okay, so that's going to go right on here. And isn't that just so pretty? So you're going to put your label on this 1x4 piece of Blackberry Bliss. You need to center it. In the center, Kelly. Okay, and then I'm going to close this up now. We are going to take our gold ribbon and we are going to weave it back and forth. You're going to want to get out, I'm using Seal Plus. You're going to need a tape runner for this. This is going to really be helpful for this particular technique and save you a lot of frustration if you do it this way. So I'm going to do my ribbon and just leave a little bit, zigzag it back and forth, leave a little bit stick up on each side, just like this. This ribbon is so nice for this. This gold ribbon is just, it's thin, it's very manipulative. Like you can manipulate it really easy, not manipulative in a bad way. Look at how pretty that is, right? Ah. Trim that. I'm gonna trim this, just like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so dimensionals. This is a super easy card. I'll put some dimensionals on. I'm kind of putting my dimensionals in between so they're hitting cardstock too. I want them to hit cardstock so that I know it's going to stick to my card. All right, so we've got this ready to roll. We've got our inside ready. This is our front layer piece. I got notes on these so I wouldn't mess it up. So this is our front layer. So now what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to do some flicking. And I've got my Blackberry Bliss marker here. This is going to really tone down this white. And you're just going to flick all over it, and that actually looks perfect. That's the inside. Now we're going to do the front. Just like that. Look at how cool that is, right? Okay, with the dies, we're going to take this ginormous die that's in here. We've got lots of dies, but we're going to take this one, and you're going to want a piece of this designer series paper. Oh, wait. Nope, wrong. Hang on. You're gonna want the leaves paper. I don't have that in here. Here it is, I bet. Yep, you're gonna want this paper. Okay, you're gonna use this paper and you're going to die cut this giant leaf on it, okay? And then after you do that, you're going to end up with this. Isn't this crazy cool? Look how cool that is. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so now we're gonna start putting our card front together. This piece of designer series paper is 4 by 5 1/4, and it is actually going to be the layer under your smaller white 5 by 3 3/4. So we're gonna add this right to your designer series paper. Isn't that just pretty? I like that, just peeking out there. Then we're going to take this and we're going to add it to the white layer. Now, we're gonna just take and add, you could use your mat and a sponge dauber to get glue all over this, but I'm just being lazy right now, and I feel like I have kept you guys long enough that I don't want to take the time to go get it and do all the things. So I'm just going to be lazy and I'm going to do this. But I'm going to place this right over this layer. Oh my gosh, isn't it so pretty? Now, if you have any that are really sticking out down here, you can just trim them off, just like that. I think everything else here is going to fit onto our card, right? So that's going to work just fine. I am going to glue this onto the front. What do you guys think of this? Isn't it just beautiful? Here. Oops, let me see if I can get it straight. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to grab a few more elements out of the ephemera pack. So let me, oh, I think this is what I want. Let me see right here. Okay. So we're going to, oops, I got it way off screen, I think. We got this one. We're going to use this, and we are going to take and cut this apart. So we're getting the most out of our money, right? We're going to take one of these and we're going to put it right down here. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue. Let me clean this off first. Yeah, Dolores said she loves the mixed fonts with this stamp set, and I completely agree with you. I love fonts. I love funky fonts. I love it when they're just really kind of different. We're gonna do this. So now we've got that gold pop in there, and then this piece we're gonna put up here. So hang on, let me add my glue. And of course you want the stems for this to be behind the accent piece that we just will add in a second. So hang on, you'll get it. Hang on. Okay, so here's this piece coming in now. And this card, I think it's just so beautiful. It looks so spectacular. And it's so very simple. Like, it was just an easy card to make. Here we go. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Oh, I see a little oh, that's a little bit of tape. I'll rub that. I'm like, something's sticking out there. What is that? I don't want something sticking out. Okay, inside card. Let's Get this in there. Put it right set up. Let's not end with an upside down card like we started with a backwards one. So here we go. We have this, and we have this. What do you guys think of that? Is that not just so stunning? I absolutely love this. I have to tell you, my daughter Haley designed this card. It is so, so pretty. She's a school teacher and she was here helping me out for the summer, 1 day a week. And she's gone now. I'm sad. I don't have her anymore till school's out next summer, and then probably not then either. Yeah, so here is a make and take. Let me grab the other one. Here is another make and take. And again, I chose to decorate an envelope. Your envelopes are not included in your make and take packet, but pre-cut cardstock for 9 different cards. My 3, Barb's 3, Dina's 3 are included with $40 in product. You can still order the make and take packets. You want to make sure that you order from your demonstrator. So if I'm your demonstrator, you order the make and take packet from me. If Dina is, order from her. If Barb is, order from her. But super duper cute cards. These are make and takes. Dina has already done her live make and takes, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned at the beginning that Barb is on Wednesday, I think at 7 p.m. Central for her live for the catalog kickoff. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate it. I'm looking through your comments now. Oh, great. Dolores had another hour to watch, so she didn't have to go to work. That's fantastic. Putting both sentiments on the front, what would you put on the inside? Oh, that's a really good question, Sharon. And actually, I would write on the inside. I've got my to the coolest friend ever and happy birthday here. And then I would say, hoping your, 18th birthday is the best year ever. Love, Aunt Kelly, or whatever. I would just do all my writing in here. So that's what I do when I don't have a sentiment for the inside. And you could actually, it says to the coolest friend ever, happy birthday. You could put a sentiment inside for birthdays that says wishing you the best day ever, or it's your day, or celebrate, or something. Whatever you would choose to put in there. Was there, yeah, I don't know where my penguin set went now. I was just going to look at it, but no, I don't know where it is. But anyways, oh, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I would do. So that's a really good question. Does anybody else have any questions that I missed? Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm getting lots of love the cards. See the replay since you missed the first part, Suzanne. Yep, you'll definitely want to see my backwards card. Because, well, it's just fun. Here is one of the other cards. This was just a demonstration. This is not part of the make and takes. And then we have this one. This one was my first card that I made, and apparently I can't open a card right-handed. I have to do it left-handed. So this is with that Beauty Harvest bundle. Super pretty. And then, and then we have this gorgeous one using that Whimsy and Wonder bundle and the well-defined stamp set. So all the cards, where did my envelope go for? Remember, we made a decision to use, oh, here it is, the stripe, or the snowflakes. So there we go. Yay, this was so much fun, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Whether you're watching live or watching the replay later, just know that we really appreciate you guys. We appreciate you signing up for this. We appreciate you being part of the Stamp Happy Academy website. We are having so much fun with it. And we couldn't do all of this without you. I love my job. And it's crazy that this is a job, right? Yeah, so wishing you a wonderful Monday, a wonderful rest of the week. Please make sure to check back on Wednesday. Barb will be live, I think, at 7 p.m. Central Time. I can't find my planner right now, which is, oh, wait, I just found it. It's pretty standard for me. It's a mess. Yeah, it's been a busy, busy month. We have Barb, catalog kickoff, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you come back and watch her live and cheer her on. She has some fantastic projects for you. Have yourselves a great week, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.